Everybody has a short story that traumatized them, and today I'm going to be talking about The Landlady by Roald Dahl, published in 1959. This story follows a 17-year-old boy named Billy who is traveling and looking for a cheap place to stay for the night. He's told to go to a place called the Bell and Dragon, but he stumbles upon a place that has a bed and breakfast sign, and he peeks through the window. Inside, he sees a dog sleeping on the ground and a parrot in a cage, and he believes that to be a good sign. He kind of talks himself out of staying there and goes to move on, but the bed and breakfast sign seemingly hypnotizes him, and before he realizes it, he's ringing the doorbell. A woman, the landlady, opens the door immediately and tells him his room is all ready for him, and she convinces him to stay because of how cheap it is. He notices that there are no other hats or umbrellas, and she tells him that they have the place all to themselves. She claims to be very particular about who she allows to stay there. He goes to sign the guest book, and he sees two names that were signed a couple years prior, and they feel very familiar to him, but he can't place why. She brings him some tea, and he realizes that the names are of two people who had previously disappeared, but she assures him that they can't possibly be the same people, because those two guests are still staying here, on the third floor. She asks him questions about himself and compliments his teeth, and she mentions that one of the guests who is staying there had perfect skin, without a blemish on his entire body. He soon realizes that the parrot and the dog he had seen through the window are both dead and that she had stuffed them, and she says she does that to all her pets. Billy takes a sip of his tea and he notices that it tastes faintly of bitter almonds and that she's watching him very closely. He asks her if she's had any other guests besides those two men all this time, and the story ends with her saying, "No, my dear, only you." The implication is that he's going to be the next permanent guest. Presumably, he's the next one of her little pets that she's going to stuff and add to her collection. This story is creepy because of the slow-building, unnerving tension, and the fact that it leaves what happens next up to the imagination. And fun fact, apparently cyanide tastes like bitter almonds, so we know exactly what was in that cup of tea.